My name is Dr. Mulrooney. I'm the co-director of the Center for Rural Criminology here at UNE. I live in Armidale, New South Wales. I'm originally from Canada. I spent close to a decade in Europe doing my PhD, all through Germany, the Netherlands, a bit of time in Hungary, as well as the United Kingdom. And here I am finding myself in rural New South Wales, researching rural crime. I found myself researching rural crime, a bit of a happy accident when I came to UNE. UNE obviously has a very pioneering and long history in rural criminology, and rural criminology, the growth in it has just been exponential. So I kind of got caught up in that, thanks in large part to people like Alistair Harkness and Dr. Rob White. And so that's been the primary focus of my research the last 3-4 years now. And then, of course, co-directing the Center for Rural Criminology with Alistair, our kind of world now very much revolves around rural crime and rural criminology. What am I currently watching? I'm watching Yellowstone. It's an American TV program. I probably won't do the synopsis justice because the story is pretty hectic, but it's about a long-standing farm being threatened by, I guess, the modern world, and this guy and his family's attempt to protect that. Now, those attempts are not always legal. I find the show really fascinating. It's a very good case study in rural criminology. A lot of the crimes that do occur very much relate to place and space, and the role of social density and social networks. So I've been I wish I had endless time because I'm very interested in writing a rural criminological piece on Yellowstone, because I just find it absolutely fascinating that a lot of those things that Joe Donemeyer talks about, the role of space and place, are so emphasized even within this show, as well as cultural context. Probably what interests me most about rural criminology is researching issues and areas and people and communities that are often forgotten or are often secondary in considerations, whether they be political, social, or cultural. And so I kind of enjoy having these conversations with these people and learning a little bit about them, particularly farmers on the land. Because a lot of our research emanates through the center, there's a variety of projects that we're working on right now. Probably the one that we're most focused on is testing a smart animal ear tag known as Ceres tag for the prevention and reduction of livestock theft. So we'll have the actual trial in which we have some crooks all ready to go steal some sheep, and the police ready to respond based on the data this tag provides. And that trial will take place on the 29th of March. So we're really looking forward to that. Another thing is Alistair and I have boldly taken on the effort to write a monograph on farm crime. So we're really excited to that. It'll be a culmination of learning from that pioneering work that has been done over the decades by people like Elaine Barclay and others. And then, of course, building out through Alistair's research there in Victoria and my own recent work in New South Wales, and a lot of the stuff that we're doing with policing the rural, particularly policing what rural criminologists call farm crime. So really excited for that project, which should unfold through the course of this year. Find one of the things you always grapple with, no matter what the problem is in the rural, is that tyranny of distance, which we all know really well. And it often overlaps with access to services, right? So you think of things like drink driving and a lack of access to public transportation, or drug and alcohol issues and the lack of access to these very specific services, or farmers working on the land and the lack of a reliable police response. And so you see the tyranny of distance, the role of place, space, and culture very much shaping rural crime. And it's very difficult to intervene in without vested, sustained investments in rural places. And you have competing interests. You have migration patterns, although less so during COVID, but of course towards the city. You have politicians whose seats rely primarily on city votes and these types of things. So the ability to attract these needed resources is often an uphill battle as well. So I guess if I had a magic wand, I wouldn't move the city to the country, but I'd move some more resources out to the country to help these people out.